It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They run it with James. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Manning going to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
Here's James. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's James. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st, they stick with Foster. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
They'll go again with Foster. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
What's the deal, y'all? Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Manning to throw. And that's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Manning. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Colts send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Shaw give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Up the middle they go. James. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now 3rd down and very long. Working from the gun, Manning. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
How about the show put on by these two defenses in this first half? The fireworks don't have to be just offensively. Neither one of them given an inch, and that's good coverage once again there before it's another 4th down.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Here's Jones on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
Going up the middle, Foster. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there in that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Foster on 2nd down. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. As they've got it as we resume action. They go play action here on 1st down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 4 yards out. And the Texans post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and the result, a Houston touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Colts getting ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Past the 20 for a short gain, second down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. On play action. Now Manning. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing now is Manning. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A first down carry for Foster. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now Schaub. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The Texans on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A shotgun handoff now. Foster to about the 26 here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Here's Schaub. And Daniels has it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it with Foster. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Foster. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They keep it in the hands of Foster. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, Foster. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Foster. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now a play fake. Manning has his man. That's James. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
James. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On the ground, it's James. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Throwing on first down is Manning. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 5. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Manning now throwing quickly to the flat. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, y'all.
Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Manning. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So the false start will back them up 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw is Manning. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it back to within a score. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Schaub. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They run up the middle with Foster, and he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts going to take over now late in this 1st half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Manning. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now Manning throwing on second down. This goes underneath to Doyle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Manning. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Manning to throw once more. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay,
this has
Coach,
certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On second down, it's James, and some room to work. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. That good for 19 and a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 8. Manning. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Caught right side Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They'll hand off to Foster. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They run. It's Foster. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good 3rd quarter. He likes whatever adjustments were made at halftime, whether those were team adjustments or just him talking to himself.
And whatever that conversation was, it was pretty good because he is running really well here in the 3rd quarter. But I like to think it is a team adjustment. Offensive line, those big escorts of his, they figured out how to block a little bit better, and he's found those holes to run through.
He has indeed. They'll start with the option. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. That ball caught by Harrison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. They run it with James. Taken down at the 42.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Clark.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's James. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
The Colts send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Johnson, the man in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Foster. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 92 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A give left side, Foster. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Now Shaw. Throw outside, complete to Foster. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Texans. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back now in Houston. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now we've got a 3rd and 3. Here's Manning to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Manning. James has got it. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll start on the ground with Foster, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Schaub. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Manning now to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Let's go. Let's go.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
To throw again on second down. Shaw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second. This is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 28. A good pickup there at 22.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's got to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Manning throwing on second down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Manning. Complete. Richardson has it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Daniels. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
This 2nd and 4.
Going up the middle, Foster. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 1st, they stick with Foster. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the run, it's Foster.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
So the Colts now down 28-24, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning.
On 1st down, Manning.
He's got Doyle.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Now 2nd and 4.
Now Manning.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw, Manning. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Manning to throw.
Has his man. That's James.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here's 2nd down.
To throw is Manning. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's 1st and 10.
He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Here's Schaub. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
Here comes 2nd down.
Now Schaub.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.